Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are officially 6 days out, or 7, whatever you want to call it. It is Saturday. I will be competing next Saturday. The time has finally come. This has been a very long journey. To put it into perspective for you, I began this prep officially, I would say, August of last year. It is now March, so it's been about 6, 7 months. I'm very excited. Just these final few days to make a little bit of changes to my physique. Um, a lot has already changed since last week, since my last video, but pretty much I had a refeed on Tuesday and then I'm on depletion. So I've been on depletion for a few days now, meaning very low carbs. I only have one meal with like 30, 40 grams of cream of rice. Otherwise, it's just proteins and veggies. And then I will probably carb up and fat load sometime mid to late next week. I'll have a couple more pump up sessions, but today is pretty much my last day of 100% full training. So I'm going to be training legs later. What else? Yesterday, I got a massage, another massage, much needed, and then Toby even gave me a flush massage midweek because I'm just trying to get rid of all the inflammation, flush my body out. But we're looking tighter, we're looking leaner by the day. So I took my check-in photos this morning, and then I just had a call I had to get on. So I already had my coffee, and I'm still fasted. Right now, I'm just gonna go do some cardio. We're just doing steps for now. Elliptical is taken out, thank God. We're just doing steps for the remainder of this prep. To be quite honest with you, my energy levels have been super low. I pretty much have enough energy to wake up, do some things at the beginning of the day. By the time I have my second meal and then go train, after that training session, I'm pretty much wiped for the day. So there's goods and bads to prep. Good part, I look fucking badass. Bad part, I have no energy to go strut around town and show it off. So I haven't been out of the house for a very long time, aside from going to the gym and the grocery store. But honestly, typically, Tolga does the grocery shopping at this point because I got prep brain. I get a little bit forgetful. Even if I had a shopping list, I would probably forget things. So, brain energy very low. Um, yeah, I'm pretty much just holding on until next Saturday. Also, for women's physique, there is a routine portion, so I get to have a song and perform a posing routine as opposed to the other categories. Women's bodybuilding does the same, but the other categories just do a couple poses as to whatever music they're playing on the stage. But women's physique, at the second round of judging, there's pre-judging where we just line up and pose next to each other. We do a short individual presentation, but the final show at night we do a little routine. So I really, really procrastinated on picking a song because I am just not good at picking songs, whether it's for like social media or like I have a great collection of songs in my head, but whenever I have to think about something to pose to or post to, I just forget all about it. So I chose a song that I've been listening to for most of this prep, like at least every training session. It doesn't necessarily have any deep, meaningful purpose to me. It's just a really good song, and I think it's a pretty epic one, and it'll sound pretty cool on stage with some fun posing. So I picked that like 15 days out. So I got that song. I've got my routine down. Now it's just practicing it over and over again and just staying calm until then because I know the show day nerves are going to kick when they do, and there's no point stressing about them right now. So I'm just going to be excited and yeah, do what I do every day. So let's do that. Come on.
All right, guys, so we have 8,500 steps to hit today. Probably going to break this up into 2 or 3 sessions. Yeah, let's just talk and walk. So I realized I kind of hopped back on YouTube partway through a prep and just announced that I was competing and started sharing my journey a little bit later on. The last time I posted on YouTube was back when I first started going to the gym. Those videos have since been redacted just because I wanted to start fresh on YouTube and bring you guys along on the journey where it is right now. But if you have come from Instagram, if you've been following me for a while, you've seen that this has been quite a journey, and I've been at this for 8 years and I've gone through a lot of phases, and I've learned a lot and I've matured a lot as a person and as an athlete. But if you haven't been following me on Instagram and you're just finding me on YouTube now, I guess I'll just tell a little bit about my background. I'm originally from San Diego, moved to Vegas. I went to school out here. I went to UNLV back in 2018, and then 2019 is when I started lifting. I started going to the gym. Before that, I was a dancer. I danced through high school, a little bit into college. Dance was taking a toll on my body. I couldn't move the way I used to. I started having hip problems, lower back problems, and then in addition, just going to college, not having my old studio to dance at, and trying to navigate the dance scene in Vegas was a little bit tricky for me, and I just kind of fell out of love with it and stopped dancing. And in the probably 4 months that I stopped dancing, I put on that freshman 15. I was drinking, I was eating, I had more freedom than I was used to, and I quickly realized I lost control. So I knew that freshman 15 had to go. The gym was just a couple minute walk away from my dorm. So I started going a bit more often. I just fell in love with it. It was a very exciting thing for me because it was like my first adult hobby was lifting, and I felt super badass doing it. I loved getting strong. I loved challenging myself. I just really enjoyed the whole process, and I got a bit more enamored with the powerlifting and bodybuilding side. About a year in that I decided to go into a bodybuilding competition. I competed in figure my first year. I was just looking back probably 6 months into lifting. I was very new to it, but I'll upload some pictures here. I stepped on stage at 141 pounds. This morning, I was 153 pounds. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that difference is a good 20 pounds of muscle, I'd say, because I was still holding obviously much more body fat in my first show compared to now. I'm much leaner and I'm holding a lot more muscle density. Yeah, the past 8 years, it's been a whirlwind, and I kind of lost sight of what I wanted to do bodybuilding wise for a while, and I was just lifting to lift and training to train, and I didn't really have a proper goal. And I think that I struggled a while with the direction I wanted to go with everything in life because I didn't have a purpose, and I knew that I wanted my purpose to be in bodybuilding. I knew that I wanted to really, make a name for myself in bodybuilding, as cheesy as that sounds and as far-reaching as that sounds. I think I have a lot of potential with my physique. I don't think I've ever given myself a chance to really explore that potential and give 100% to it because I never had the confidence in myself. But like I said, this year has been a huge year of growth, and for the most part, I have to thank my husband for that and my coach. He is synonymous. That is one person, my husband and coach. But he has completely changed my outlook on everything and my mindset and, what I believe I'm capable of. So with all that being said, I'm very proud of how much progress I've made this past year and the physique I've brought in to this day. But I know that this year has still a lot more in store. I do plan to keep competing after this show. Obviously the goal is to become a pro, but I don't like to keep repeating that because that's not the overall goal. The goal is to just see how far I can push my physique and how insane I can look. I just want to look like an absolute phenom. Segue into that, check out Phenom Fitness Coaching. I've had a few of you guys reach out already. It's super exciting to have this new community on YouTube. I'm meeting a lot more people that I didn't know would connect with my content, so that's really exciting for me. Whether you're interested in coaching and you want to sign up, or you just want to reach out and let me know that you want to be a part of this community, be sure to follow Phenom Fitness Coaching on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this cardio and then we're gonna eat. Okay, meal one is just 200 grams of egg whites and 2 eggs and some tomatoes and cucumbers.
A little inception moment, because if I don't edit this now, it's not going to get edited. So I edit these videos as I go, in addition to doing a bit of work on the side. But we're about to go eat meal number 2 and then go train.
All right, nothing new to see here. We've got veggies. We prep these veggies every couple of days, probably every 3 to 4 days. We've got roasted tricolor peppers and zucchini. I will be having these in my next couple of meals, but right now it's cream of rice time. So I'm just gonna package this away and we're gonna make my favorite meal of the day. Veggies. Flavor of the day, Grammy strawberry candy. You guys are sleeping on Flavor Gang. This is incredible. This is a really good substitute if you are eating oatmeal and that's the carb source for breakfast or whatever meal you have on your plan and you hate it. Just have cream of rice. It is delicious. It digests so much better. A lot of people experience bloating with oatmeal, or it just makes them feel like super full and uncomfortable. You will never feel that way with this cream of rice. It is simply ground rice and flavoring. And I love it. 40 grams of that hot water. Mix her up. Baby spoon on deck. I'm gonna stick this in the microwave and watch it the entire time because I cannot handle a mental breakdown right now if it boils over. Never before seen. We're doing something different. This is not raw nutrition. This is not cookies and milk. We went to the supplement store earlier this week. We went to Las Vegas Discount Nutrition, awesome chain in Vegas. It has every supplement you need. All of your favorite brands are there. This caught my eye. This is mochi donut protein powder. We went originally just to pick up some EAAs, and I ended up grabbing a bunch of post-show protein bars I wanted to try. and I saw this protein powder. I love ube. That's the vibe it gave with the purple. I love mochi, flavored anything, and mochi itself. So I'll be honest, I've already tried this. I gave it a 7, but it was because the water was kind of warm. So I'm gonna see if it's better with cold water. So it's like a light purple. It does have that smell that proteins have. That's like, to me it smells like mildew, which is not what you want to taste. But look past the smell. I didn't mix that very well, but it's got like a great rice flour taste to it. So it's got that mochi element. It's very light ube. Honestly, in off season, I could imagine adding a bit of like ube paste to this and making a protein latte out of it. And I'm thinking about that, trust me. But now that it's cold, .5 out of 10. It's all right. Meal 2 going down, same as it always is. 30 grams of protein, 40 grams of cream of rice. And then we've got a big leg day ahead of us, so let's eat up. Pre-workout today, I'm taking some HWMF pre. I'm only doing half a scoop. Or no, I'm doing 1 scoop instead of 2. Because 2 is too much caffeine. Then I also got these mutant EAAs at the nutrition shop the other day. This is Tropical Punch. Tolga said this flavor is really good. So we're gonna try that out today for my intra. last leg day of prep. So now it's Operation Flush. Every time I go into the gym to train, it's just to get a pump, just to get blood moving through the muscle. And now I just want to bring down inflammation as much as possible. So immediately I'm going to start rolling out. I'm going to turn that red light on. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I laid on the floor after stretching for a bit, but I'm gonna try and knock out the rest of my steps now. I only have 3,500 to go, so I'm gonna do that right now, and then shower, trying to prolong that last couple meals, so I'll eat after that. Finally, time for meal 3. So meal 3 and 4 are both some form of seafood and vegetables. So I'm just gonna chop up my lettuce for the next 2 meals. This one's gonna be smoked salmon. That's the Alaskan wild caught sockeye salmon from Costco. It's only got 2 grams of fat for the serving, so that's pretty good. Half the lettuce for now, half for later. And then I've really broken this process down to a T because this has been a no carb meal for a while now. So I have 120 grams of this smoked salmon. I'm just going to chop it up really fine because this is pretty much the only sustenance in this meal aside from the vegetable volume. So I like to make it very small and bite-sized so I can get a little bit of salmon in each bite. By the way, I'll take this time to let you guys know some very exciting news. If you notice my shirt and the sports bra I was wearing when I was training earlier, I have joined the GASP and Better Bodies team. I am so excited to be a part of this team. It's really it's like a family there. When I met them at the Arnold's, just the whole crew seems very welcome and opening, and it just seems like a really good environment, and I'm so excited to have them as part of my team going into the shows I am this year, and just supporting their community and being a part of it is really just an honor for me. So right now, their products are on sale. They're doing a spring sale on GASP and Better Bodies websites. It's up to 80% off. You can get a cool shirt like this or the bra I was wearing. And you can also use the code RANYA to save money on your order. Next step in this meal is just 50 grams of these roasted peppers that came out of the oven earlier. And then probably the most important part of this meal, I get 100 grams of pickles. Why are we measuring pickles even though they're so low calorie? Because at this point in the prep, every gram of sodium, every electrolyte, everything that enters my body needs to be accounted for. These are the Grillo's pickles. Tolga picked these from Costco last time, and they're pretty damn good. They really just add a lot of flavor to this interesting mix of a salad. Like I said, every little detail counts at this point, so I'm just going to be topping this with some yellow mustard. 0 calories, nothing extra. And there is my meal 3. Isn't it beautiful? I'm gonna eat this. I have to get a bit of work done on the computer, and then I'll see you guys for my next meal. Meal 4, nothing too shocking here. We've got the rest of that lettuce. We've got some cucumbers, tomatoes, and jalapenos. And then I have 150 grams of air fried shrimp that I'm adding in here. Usually I chop this up, but my protein got bumped a little bit, so this is a pretty substantial amount of shrimp. And I don't have to chop it up into small pieces. Topping this with a little bit of relish and some mustard. The rest of my salt, and this is the meal. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I have my creamy, which you guys have seen me make before. I'll show you what it looks like again, but I'm just gonna eat this and chill out for the rest of the night. And we are back for our final meal. I have my creamy, the protein creamy. I believe this one is pistachio pudding and the milk and cookies protein powder. And then with this creamy, I also get just 20 grams of dark chocolate. So I'm gonna eat this, go to sleep, and then tomorrow we are 6 days out. So very exciting stuff. Be sure to keep up to date on my Instagram because that's where I'll be posting more daily updates. I'm going to try to film at least one more day before actual show day. But until then, I will see you guys later.